Welcome. Saturday night football here, Men's Premier League. We're so happy to be here. This is Larrakia Park, Darwin Football Stadium. A match which is the last match of the Men's Premier League round for what is a round 12 fixture list. We're playing midweek as well. So all these teams, not only the two you'll see tonight, but the teams that have been featuring over the last 3 or 4 weeks, a heavy workload of football. You're going to have to go deep into your squad to get through this period. And we're doing this because we want to get a full complement of our rounds in. We were lucky because of the way we got back from COVID. As a sport, we were ready to go. So we're ahead of the rest of the country. We'll get a full season in. I've got Morris with me. Morris, that's going to play a part tonight, how deep you go in your squad, how you handle your subs on that bench. What are you looking for tonight between Azzurri and Darwin Hearts?
Look, Bruce, it's just a matter of that combat, that obviously that challenging in the middle and who wins the midfield battle and putting it away, finishing. You
always talk about the midfield because it's so key to both in defence and attack. And these two sides, if they're on, they look good. Yeah. If they're off, there's holes and time everywhere.
and that's what we're saying. We've seen it in other games previously over the weekend. We've had a look at people putting chances away, and that's what it's all about. They need to put their chances.
There goes one past me now, Sulav Muskie, who puts his chances away. Yes, as he goes past us on camera there. Had a good night last night for the Atlantic side. But today we feature Darwin Hearts. We feature Darwin Hearts and Azzurri. It's 4th versus 6. Hearts would like to get further up the table. Azzurri would like to get away from the middle of the pitch, middle of the table. Both these sides have the potential to give us a really entertaining game. And to your point about that midfield control, Morris, if you get that, then we'll have a game of substance. If we don't, it's going to be a bit sort of ping-pongish, I say.
I agree.
You agree?
I agree. Totally.
All right, Morris, thank you for coming in. I know you've probably had a full day of coaching, training, family, being a dad, all of that, yep. Yeah. And maybe working last night at 3 in the morning.
I did.
Yes, and that's not because he's partying, because he runs nightclubs. Okay, well, we'll talk. Thank you. All right, my name is Bruce Staller. This is Morris. It's so good to bring you the live streaming of the Men's Premier League. We're on the Perform Network. We'll be back shortly, get this game underway. Darwin Hearts taking on Azzurri. Some indigenous artwork on the outside of it. It's all been graffitied.
Well, I think they're cleaning it up. But,
okay.
And we're looking at some ideas with the cinema as well.
Oh, okay.
Try and make it like called an entertainment hub. So see how we go. See what happens.
This is Men's Premier League, and welcome to this live streaming on the Perform Network. Also on the FNT TV and FFA digital channels on YouTube and Facebook. You can always join in. I've got Morris Durago with me. Morris, thank you for coming your time tonight. I know how busy you are. We'll get your expert insights as this game progresses. But this Men's Premier League match features Darwin Hearts running from left to right in their red and royal blue with the royal blue socks. And it goes back to the keeper, Jordan Stoppard, who's such a dominant player in this Darwin Hearts side. Hearts need a win, Morris. They need a win.
Yes, they do, Bruce. Definitely.
Otherwise the packs will just separate like icebergs, as they say. Right. We'll see how they go, though. This is early sort of toing and froing from both sides as they find their feet. Azzurri on the prowl. They're running from right to left on the ball now. Nice work from the two players there. And that's Neroy Sretnath. He'll be in and everywhere. The Sretha brothers, there's quite a few. And we're going to feature 3 tonight. One will be sub, so Shawan will come on, but Santosh and Neroy are out there respectively. The captain is Kasim Kine, as usual. He wears number 18 on his back for Darwin Hearts. He's playing in the central defence role tonight, or just in front of the back four. No, he's playing central defenders, looking at that. And 21, Ashim Bamali, one of the youngsters and young stars of Hearts on the ball there now. He's got his hands all over that player, so he'll be pulled up for that by the central referee. And so this is an early opportunity for Azzurri, Morris.
It is indeed. We'll see if they can lob one in and do something with this.
Yep, let's see. Got some height there with Felicio Guitaris. Also now Ajika has gone forward. Big number 10. So let's just see where this ball goes. Puts it in. That's a nice ball. Jordan Stoppard gets out early. Takes it, throws it away. There's an urgency about Hearts, but intercepted well. That looks like it's Edwards. And it was. Again, features another bit of work. Quality work is what you get from that man in goals. Jordan Stoppard rolls it out. Playing out from the back with confidence. He's one of my favourite players on the ball just then. And he'll be everywhere. Drew Brakaki. Everywhere in the defence, that is. Now he's going to have to work again. This ball's come away. There should have been a chance then to get it off to Felicio. He didn't. That was number 14. A little bit selfish there from Jamanis Jamal. And Jamanis Jamal is getting a bit more game time, Morris, with Azzurri.
He is, I notice. He's been performing. Every time that he steps up, he's doing the job, Bruce.
Yeah, which is great, isn't it, to give him the opportunity to come forward and show their wares. And as you said, mate, he's getting more and more opportunities, which is really good for Azzurri. Right, captain on the ball now. Coyne goes through to the centre. Good defence from Delembo. Number 21. Urgency from him. Right, here we go. McGrath goes back into Katera. This will be a shot by a player we just mentioned earlier. And Jamanis Jamal's shot is a 6 or 7 feet Jordan over the top of Jordan. Put 3 Jordans together and you might get the height. Anyhow, first shot in anger from either side. So we'll see what progresses. At about the 3-minute mark, this is a round 12 match. Men's Premier League here in Darwin. We're at Larrakia Park, Darwin Football Stadium. Just turned into a beautiful night here, a Saturday night. Saturday night you'll be busy at, Morris, later on.
Oh, we will be,
yep.
Definitely, Bruce.
Absolutely. V8s are in town, a lot of people in town, a lot of guests and visitors.
Lovely.
Yeah, so the Darwin is very energised at the moment. People everywhere, which is great to see after us all being in the lonely place of COVID-19 lockdown. Right, number 4. As I said, he'll be everywhere. Santosh Sretha puts it up, tries to thread it through, doesn't. It's picked off, and it's picked off well by Kieran Tamatai, and he goes out where you see Big Tiga. And Tiga Jika gets him underway. Now that's Anthony Delembo. No, it's not McGrath. McGrath goes trying to find Delembo. Can't do that because who's there? Neroy. And Neroy, who was in the under-23 men's representative side for the NT recently. A real talent on the rise, as is Osham Bamali for this Heart side. Coached by Damon Aldred. Kumar Kaki also in there as assistant coach. And, of course, Michael Reditis. And Michael's pretty much on his own tonight. He's got someone else in there, I hope, helping him out. All right, let's just see what Hearts can do that. If they move the ball quickly and with express purpose, they're a very dangerous side. And Joel Jock there with Lily to play with Juma Mawezi. Now goes forward, trying to find the big fella, number 17. Will they unleash him? Scott Janes. It's good to see him back. Ball comes forward. There's a chance. First time shot. Now we've had a shot in anger at the other end. And that was Santos. Strathra came through with that one. So we're still feeling each other out, Morris. As passes that have been misdirected, there's challenges a little bit off in terms of timing. That's what you expect. But they're so fortunate, these guys. The 4 o'clock game in the Men's Premier League. Whoa, was it hot. 36, 37 degrees in the full sunshine. And now these guys have settled into a lovely night for football.
Definitely,
just beautiful.
Bruce, definitely, mate. This is the time to play football, yes. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's the time to commentate as well. Well done, Morris. You picked the right one.
Yeah.
Ball comes off down from McGrath. Unfortunately, that's gone out of play, and Kelvin Mappadende will come back. But he rises up and says, well played. Good intention, good idea. Peter Adidas marshalling the back line there. Peter's wearing the captain's armband as usual for Uni Azzurri. They're running from right to left on the screen. They've got the white socks and their traditional blue short and jersey. Okay, goes back. And he had to go back to Drew Bukaki, and they'll play out from the other side. That's Joel Jock on the ball now. He's gone to Santos. Santos plays it back to Stoppard. Stoppard comes forward, trying to find number 10, Juma Mawezi. Juma gets it back. Santos gets it back to Darky, and Kaki goes forward. So Drew Bukaki's playing in the central defensive role. Now we have a chance for Scott. Scott James on the prowl, but who's there? Number 2, Kieran Tomatai. Well played. Now it goes to Edwards. I called Kieran McGrath before, but of course that's Kieran Tomatai. Now Edwards has now pushed them forward, so we have Delembo on the ball. He sees the running and overlapping of Kelvin. Kelvin Mavadini goes forward, goes back to Delembo. Delembo goes into the centre. And in the centre is where Jamanis Jamal is. He goes across field, over and past Teager. Now goes to Edwards. Edwards goes back to Teager. Teager, Jakey looks up, sees a run, finds Kelvin, good pass. Kelvin will turn and take a run. It's up against Niroy. Niroy gets there first. Niroy Santos, that is. And Sheshwa wins that one. 8-minute mark in this Men's Premier League match. It features Hearts and Uni Azzurri. Hearts are 6 on the table. 4th is where Uni Azzurri sit. They'd like a win tonight to get out of that sort of jumble in the middle with Port Darwin. Port Darwin had a late equaliser today to get a 1 point out of their game against Casuarina. There's a go on goal. Woohoo. Opportunity for a play we talked about already in Jamal. And to Morris's point, he's been performing well and getting more and more time in the Men's Premier League as a result. Teague's trying to thread that through to the ever-present, ever-dangerous number 19 and Yuki Akawara. Big, tall player there for Uni Azzurri. Tall is not the player who had the ball then, and that's the Darwin Hearts. Number 3, Chol Jock. He gets them underway early. Chol's on the ball now, goes back. Kaki goes across to and Santos moves. Sorry, that's Niroy moves forward. Niroy on the ball again. Look at that lovely work and balance from him. He finds the other, and he tries to thread it. Then he has done. He has a shot on goal, and oh my goodness, opportunity you should have taken, Morris. You keep saying opportunities in the Men's Premier League are golden. Take them.
You know, we look at if you take that extra touch, when you're running through and direct it right, you've got to put those away. And Hellenic showed it in previous games this weekend, didn't they? Yeah,
they've taken their opportunities. And Simon Bell obviously is on fire, but they do. When they get an opportunity, they make it pay. And they've just got a lot of goals in the goals scored table. Anyhow, well played by Hearts. Promising stuff. And that was Juma Mawazi that made that shot in anger, number 10 for Hearts. Right, ball goes across from Delembo. Nice interstep play. Ball's on here now. Everybody's the same. What's going on? Well, what's going on is they've gone way past you. This is dangerous. Joel Jock pulls back. Peter Adidas kept his line strong there. Ball's gone over the top. That's a misplaced opportunity. But they're getting some advantage on those flanks. Morris, both left and right flank, heading down towards the car park end of the main pitch.
Yep. It looks like they are trying something different tonight because it was usually in the middle of the
Yep.
park, and they are using the flanks. You're right, Bruce.
So hopefully they'll get some results out of that. As we said, Hearts really do need a win. Of course, Uni Azzurri will take one as well. But Hearts have just been suffering some losses of recent times. Really a team with a lot of potential, well coached, in a club that's emerging week in and week out to be one of the great new additions to football in Darwin. Have a Premier League side, have a reserve grade side, have a women's reserve grade side, have mini-roos coming through. So well done to Hearts as they develop their club base here in Darwin. Right, on the ball now is Srethra. That is Niroy Srethra. He puts the ball through, trying to find the guy who had a chance just a moment ago, but that's only gone as far as the big number, Uki Akawa, number 19, sorry. But he hasn't been able to get through. You get that game out. Joel Jock there getting himself in the way there. Talembo's cool and calm, wins it for his team. Jamanis Jamal on the ball, 14 puts it through, trying to find the run of number 9, and that number 9 will be McGrath. And Edwin can be dangerous up there for Uni Azzurri. But now it's with Hearts in the midfield, in their side of the field. Joel Jock goes back. It's going to be dispossessed. He'll get the advantage there from the referee. Joel Jock will move forward. Joel Jock still talking. Needs to cut that part out of his game. Number 3 for Hearts. Just play football. Sorry, but that was humorous. Sorry, but I only see the funniness in that. He's doing his boots up. It's Hasham Bamali. And Drew Bukaki says, I'll give it to you. Everyone, I looked at you and you went, what? Amusing. Anyhow, not for the coach. Because now it's an opportunity for Uni Azzurri. Turns it back inside. It's still where Kaki's there again to clean up. Comes through as McGrath. 13 is an equally dangerous player. And that's Dean Edwards. He's in there trying to make trouble for Hearts. Ball will come out, run over the top, and it'll be a restart for Uni Azzurri. Number 3, Kelvin Mappadendre gets the ball back in, goes to Delembo. Delembo back to Mappadendre. Mappadendre goes moving. So Kellen's gets a call. The call goes to Jiki, and Tiga moves forward. He puts it through to Felicio Gazataris, and Felicio is dispossessed far too easily there, really. Needs to hold on to that ball if he can. Now it's Srethna on the ball. Srethna number 4 is Santos Srethna. He goes out to Osama Bamali. He's still had been doing some work on his boots and his socks. He's made an overlap here. That's good play, but Peter Reditas he's quick over the first 5 or 10 metres, isn't he? But the ball's played on. Let's go on here. This is an opportunity. 16 on the ball now. He's going to have a shot. It's another opportunity, but now cleared out by Uni Azzurri by Delembo getting back there. Play on here. And the play goes to number 14, Jamanis Jamal. He goes out to Felicio. And Gutierrez comes back in. Plays a nice ball into McGrath. McGrath will have a shot, and he does. Balance wasn't right. Weight was in the wrong distribution. It goes well and truly over the goals and well and truly to the right of those goals, where Jordan Stoppard will collect it. What are you seeing so far from Uni Azzurri, Morris?
I just think they're not moving decisively forward. You know, they're shooting it way too far away from the 18-yard box. I would play it a bit further before taking a shot at goal. And with Hearts, they're actually working it well down the flanks. They're testing Azzurri. See how we go. Yeah,
I think that's a great summary. Real energy and dynamic play from Hearts. Unfortunately, there's a handball from Jock. But to Morris's point, let's just see if the players on the pitch for Uni Azzurri work that out, that they need to get closer to goal before they take a shot. Right, Kelvin on the ball now. Raises his left arm, takes 2 steps back, puts his left foot to it. His white socks clear in the night end of the lights here at Larrakia Park. Nice play from McGrath. Unleashes 14. That's a hard thing for Jamal to bring back. He does. Felicio Gutierrez is out there now. Does he get it back for him? No, easily beaten by Hearts, and they'll come away. That's the captain on the ball there. He plays the ball inside. You can see what he wanted to do, but Tiga saw it coming early as well. But it goes back to Hearts. They've still got the ball. Shrestner on the ball now, goes out to Milk. Not Milk, sorry. Trying to see who that number is. I will shortly. Anyhow, we'll go on this side where Neroy Shrestner goes. Neroy's a great player. Goes around the outside of him. Tries Kelvin Mapadana. He clears it through. Now goes one big man to another. Nice work from Akaro to pull that in. Talembo now has the ball. Jamanis Jamal on it. Still with it. Now Felicia got a lot of big players in this Uni Azzurri side. Now Akaki's on the inside of Akara. Bit of a slip there. Felicio has all the time in the world. Unselfishly passes on. This is an opportunity. If he gets it back to Felicio, but great defence. Nice one from Drew Bukaki to get back there. But to your point there, they must have been listening to you. They must have, Bruce. Got closest to the goal as they can. Thank you, Surrender, for getting us a cup of tea. You're a dream. Thank you, mate. So, here we go. Kelvin on the ball now. Goes to Dalembo. Dalembo looks at, goes back to Reditas, the captain. Captain will go back to his keeper. And that keeper is Jason Lee. Good to see Jason up in the Premier League. Goes across from Reditas to Edwards. Edwards has got time and space. No one's moving, though. Now it does. Teager makes the move. Well-placed ball right to his feet. He looks up, puts it through. That's offside, unfortunately. And Akara knew he was offside, just couldn't pull up because he's such a big unit. He reminds you when a truck is in fifth gear, forget it. You need all the brakes.
You do, mate, you do.
So he pulls back, and he'll go off from Jordan Stoppard across to the captain, his captain of the Hearts side. Finds, but yeah, I can see what he was trying to do there. But unfortunately for Scott Janes, it didn't get where he wanted it. Right, 1-2 there, a bit lazy from Felicio. He could have had more urgency about that. Right, captain on the ball there, Hearts. Nice play from him. Nice skills. He'll go down the left flank, which is the North Crest scoreboard side for him. Going down that nice narrow channel. Comes back inside to 16. 16 is Anthep Antura Angole. Now, Jock's on the ball. He'll get a corner out. No, go back the other way. Strong play from... who was that again? Oh, yes, it was. It was Kieran Tamatai. Now we have an opportunity. Is this going to go in? It Definitely. Is, with all the ease and aplomb. And he's a player we mentioned already, Morris, a couple of times, getting his chance in Premier League. And that's an opportunity you have to take. It wasn't taken by Hearts, was taken by Uni Azzurri.
And I guess he took it in. He didn't shoot. He knew he had to take it all the way in. So, yeah, congratulations to him.
Yeah,
Lovely.
He took your advice, whether he knows it or not. Moved into the box with pace, and it's not hard to squeeze one past, beat Jordan Stoppard, but he did that. So number 14, Jamanis Jamal. Well done, young man. That's a good goal. 1-0, Uni Azzurri, 19 minutes, this ticks over. This is a round 12 clash. There's a need now for Hearts to hit back as soon as they can. And that's Santos Srethra on the ball, playing in the midfield. He gets the ball back from number 16. That number 16 is Anthep Antura Angul. Ball comes across now. Teager's there. Sorry, no, Kelvin's there. Puts it back forward. That's a nice first touch by Jock. Get on with the game, Jock. Stop worrying about your own performance. Now we move forward. That's a nice play forward. Unfortunately, he's offside. Felicio, he wanted the ball earlier, and that's why he ended up offside. So they'll get there. They don't play together often, those two. I'm talking about Yuki Akara and Felicio Gutierrez. They'll work it out as the game goes. 19-minute mark. My name is Bruce Doll. I've got Morris Adarigo with me. We're talking about a round 12 match, which features Darwin Hearts running from left to right on your screens. They've got a 1-0 deficit already. That's young Joel Jock on the ball there, number 3. He's only come back against an Anthony Dalembo, but Anthony's too clever and smart to do that. He just passes it on to McGrath. McGrath gets a shot, looks up. Dalembo knows that there's going to be a 1-2 on. McGrath gets it back. McGrath turns back inside, and the ball will come off and go for a corner. Stopper tried to stop it, but unfortunately it's rolled over the goal line. So we'll now go over in the 20-minute mark of this match for an opportunity for a corner kick. Who's going to take it? And it looks like Kelvin Mapadana. He'll go over. Kelvin has all the time in the world to collect the ball because it's gone up against the far fence. Right, Kelvin Mapadendo collects at number 3 for Azzurri. This will be a left footer in. Players move forward. Goal scorer as well, number 14. And Germanis Jamal, who will get this? Ball comes in. That's good play. That's going to hurt both players. Down they go. But great work from that young player. He does a second effort. Good work with him. Now he's got the ball for his side. Unfortunately, he's been pulled up because a player's down. That's one of his players, so he won't be too disturbed by that. Makana Nalu. But great first and second effort from Makana. But he really collided heavily into the ribs. So there might be some bruising there, and I think it's the captain that's down. I could be wrong. Yes, I think it is. So the captain of Hearts is in a bit of trouble at the moment, Kasim Kine. Conveniently, he's off the pitch.
He's off the
So
pitch.
you don't have to-
No, you can continue play,
Yeah, but
we
keeper
still,
pulled him up.
Yep, we
Yep,
still need to
as you
check
should.
if he's okay.
Yep, well put. Player welfare, top of mind, should be 21-minute mark. Players showing concern. Referee just stepped back a little. Kumar's in there helping them out. Assistant coach. Won a Volunteer of the Month award. Did Kumar just recently? Really nice gentleman too.
That's fantastic. You know, that's a lot of hours to get an award like that. You put a lot of hours in volunteering. So
Yeah, and
hats off.
and you would know too. Volunteer is your middle name. But yeah, it's a long, long process. Okay, restarted with the bounce ball. Goes to Hearts. Hearts have the ball. That's Osama Bamali. He goes across field to a Srethna. That one, Srethna, is Niroy. He shows nice skills. Unfortunately, it wasn't one of those occasions. Felicio Gutierrez tried to put on a very sweet move to an advancing Chica. Didn't work, but time will come again for that. That's Janes on the ball. That's a lovely play from him. Now we have a runner, Makana Nalu. And Nalu puts it back in to a Srethna. That Srethna is Santos. Santos goes back to Makala. Now Srethna has it again. Srethna, sorry. That goes to 16 with Anatura Angle. Anatura goes in the middle of the field where Joel Jock just took a little bit too much time and was dispossessed by the big Akawa, Yuki Akawa. This is going to be a shot from range. Bit of frustration there in that shot. That picked up nice and cleanly and efficiently by Jason Lee. He gets their play back underway. Felicio gets up high. Nice work from him. No one was looking though. Now he has a go. That's a good second effort from Gutierrez. And nice work there from Akara to get the ball back. Big difference in sizes there with the units. But Drew Bukaki, as he does week in and week out, stands his ground and brings that dangerous situation to a close for his side. Hearts running from left to right on your screens. My name is Bruce Stalder. This is the presentation live streaming on the Perform Network of the Men's Premier League here in Darwin. We're in Northern Territory, the top end of the beautiful country called Australia.
Lovely place.
Yes, it is. And we have many wonderful World Heritage sites around us. Of course, we have our Indigenous culture, which is simply stunning. So if you ever come to the Northern Territory, you have much to do. Right, unfortunately, there's going to have to be a sub. The captain's come from the field. He's got bruising on those ribs because he's a strong player. And for him to come off, it must be some damage there. So they lose their captain early on, 24-minute mark. The sub goes out. That sub is number 5. And that is number 5 is Sudep Pudel. And Sudep is now out there. Right, the ball goes over the top. There's a rampaging number 17, Scott Janes. Scott puts an early ball through. Goes back through him to Scott. Scott then puts a lovely ball through. If he had been watching, that was a great ball, but he just wasn't alert to it. And the alert person was what we're talking about is Makana Nula. So number 11, you need to be on your alert. On your alert? Have you ever been on your alert, mate?
I've tried many times.
It hurts, doesn't it?
It does.
He needs to be alert and
Yes.
on guard because number 17, Scott Janes, he's a clever player. Number 17 for Darwin Hearts. You want to be on your alert when he's there. All right, here we go. That's a long ball over Stoppard and now over the goal line. 25th minute mark. Uni Azzurri has an early goal, and that 1-0 lead stays on the scoreboard. It's the Northcrest scoreboard. I want to thank NTF, the construction supply specialist, for their support as well. And, of course, Steel Line. Whether it's a roof, a shed, a fence, they are their service over and above. If it's steel, it's them. Also, Rebel, great supporters of local football. Sharon and her team are forever helping us out. Hyundai, 15 years in the game. And great supporters as well. Right, that's a rare error. Unselfish from all the players there. That's a nice skip through. That's a goal. It's a goal. But that's a serious injury. I hope not. But the goal will be celebrated with some caution by Felicia Gutierrez because of the injury that may have come to Osama bin Ali, who unfortunately went through and collected with the goalpost. But I was going to say some really unselfish play there from Jamanis Jamal. He's already got a goal. He could have taken on the shot because he's confident, but he just passed it through. Well played.
You can see why he's in the team, Bruce.
Yes.
You can see straight away he's doing all the right things as far as the coach goes, and why wouldn't you have him in this lineup?
Yeah, well said, Morris. And he just, as I said, unselfishly put that ball through to the big number 12, and Felicia Gutierrez made no mistake. So it's a second goal. But our concern now is in the number 21, Osama bin Ali. We all heard it, and we're some 60 metres away in the grandstand. That was a clang and a clutter when he hit that right upright. And it doesn't look like he's going to progress either, the poor young fella. Just played his first representative football this year too.
Yeah, unfortunate. I was going to say that. But look, when you're running that fast, trying to get that ball out of your net, there's no breaks, is there, Bruce?
No.
There's no braking system.
You throw the anchors out.
Correct, and hope for the best. And the poor guy came out second best.
Yeah, so hopefully he's okay. He's still down on the ground there. Will there be a sub? We don't know. Kumar's working on him. It's good to have his body half up anyhow. Referee says, can we get up a little further and maybe get you out of the goal mouth and get the game underway? But we'll only do that if he's okay. He's got a real problem with that left. He goes down and there'll be more further work played on him. A sub may be required. So Osama bin Ali desperately and heroically tried to stop that advancing raid by Uni Azzurri, which resulted in the goal. So they have a 2-0 scoreline on the Northcrest scoreboard, but he's on back of play there. And he's not in a good way.
Hopefully we get some sort of indication that he's okay. He's still on the ground. It's a bit concerning.
Yeah, we'll get certainly an update. There will be a sub made. That sub's now about to start. They're just getting him ready. So there will be some time added on this half because of the delay after that goal. The goal was scored by Felicia Gutierrez, number 12 for Uni Azzurri. They have a 2-0 scoreline. It's a round 12 match. We're underway again now. In the midfield, nice work from number 16, but only as far as Akara. He cleans it up, goes back to Tamatai, Kieran Tamatai. He goes to his keeper, Jason Lee. Goes back to Tamatai. Now Delembo on it. Nice work. He's holding that midfield and owning it, isn't he, number 14? Jamanis Jamal Morris.
Yes, he's definitely. That's the difference there today in the middle.
Playing a really good game. Nice little heel on for McGrath. McGrath takes the shot and unfortunately hits his own player. Looks like we're going to have to get a stretcher for Osama bin Ali. So a couple of staff there, a couple of security. And we'll place him on the stretcher. And so while they're working on him, the game progresses. 30-minute mark's just rolled over. 2-0 Uni Azzurri have an early lead. Then they compounded it with another goal from Felicio Gutierrez. Now we have Ajika in the midfield. Plenty of space for him. He goes wide to Edwards. Edwards scurries down, skips back, goes forward now to the first goal scorer in Jamal. And there'll be a throw in. No, it'll be an indiscretion, is it?
Yes, it looks like a free kick over there.
Yep. So this free kick is going Uni Azzurri's way. There'll be a wall formed by Hearts. The sub's about to enter the field. It'll be number 13 for Hearts. Hearts are currently playing one player down. That's good. We're going to have another stress bar. That's what I like. So Shawan's going to go out there, which is brilliant. So 3 of the family out there now. Niroy, Santos and Shawan. Well, Shawan shortly. That's not a good side. Simon Bamali coming from the pitch. And Osham has, his night is finished. Just hope it's not a break. The fact that he was walking on it would suggest hopefully not. And it's just severe bruising. But we'll wait and see. Right. Shawan's on the pitch now. He moves forward with pace. He'll take up his position over in the left back where Ashim Bamali was before the accident with the post. Right, 31st minute mark. Men's Premier League here in Darwin, Northern Territory. We have a 2-0 scoreline to the team running from right to left on your screens. They're in the blue and the white socks of Uni Azzurri. They are currently 4th. And there was a crack of leg and boots there. And the larger player, that is the big Tiga Ajiki's come off worse, it seems,
It looks like
than the smaller player, which was Mukana Nalu, number 11, I think it is. I can't see his number now, but it looks like Nalu. And he had a referee saw an indiscretion. He's pulled it up. It'll be in the favour, a free kick for Darwin Hearts. We'll try and find out what we can about the young Bamali. Hope he's okay.
Yeah. When you look at a challenge like that, Bruce, they're so hard for referees to decide because they both went pretty hard into the tackle. And which way do you go? That's a pretty a challenging decision to make for an official.
Can you say another 3 lines so I can have a drink?
Okay, mate. Well, it's a lovely night tonight.
It's a lovely night, exactly is. Excuse me.
And the V8s are in town, so
you'll see a few of their supporters tonight, I'm sure. Not in their usual state, but you'll see a few of them. Morris looks after a number of nightclubs and venues in town for his company. Right, here we go. That is a player who's had real impact on this game. Jamal, number 14, scored the first goal, did the assist for the second. Kieran Tomatati goes across field, finds Peter Reditas, the captain. Reditas turns back. He'll go back to his keeper, Jason Lee. Experienced campaigner is Reditas. He knows we've got a 2-0 scoreline. It's the 33rd minute. Ball comes across. And Kelvin Mapadani has the ball. Kelvin keeps it in after losing his first touch, but now regathered. Now he's put a through ball through, and there goes Jamal. But good defending. That time from number 5. Sudip Padel for Hearts. Now Shethar goes out. That's number 4, Santos Shethar. Goes back to Santos. Santos puts the ball through. That's a lovely ball. Good vision. Scott Janes now on it. Scott returns the pleasure. But unfortunately, number 16 not up to getting there on time. But the good intention there. The coach will be happy with that 1-2 and 1-2 and 1-2 play there from Hearts. And Anatura Angul was the number 16 for Hearts. Right, here we go. Starting the ball with Mukana Nalu. He has a throw in here. What will he do? He's got a few runners. One of those runners, Anatara Anglu. And that's nice of Nalu. He's going to leave it. It's going to be a long throw. Similar to what JD or John Dean does in our Premier League. He throws in some rippers. Oh, there's a shot on goal. Oh, my goodness.
Looks like
that just shows you the potential Scott Janes has. I know it's been pulled up, but how good was that? Scott just turned, bang. Now, if you're Uni Azzurri and you're in the defensive line, jeez, did you get a lesson?
You'll be worried.
What do you call it? A sneak peek.
It's a sneak peek of what could be.
Yes. Big, tall player is Scott Janes, and just saw then what potential he has up front there. Right, here we go. Number 10 on the run. That's Jama Weezy. Goes across to the aforementioned player we just talked about. They've just got to get their act together in terms of knowing that if it goes to 17, he will not do anything except put you in a better position. So that player on the other side there needs to be alert. That's Nalu. Now we're down this other end. Akawa, the big body, goes in, takes a shot, goes over the goal and over the left and central post of that goal. So stop able to retrieve that. 35-minute mark, 2-0 Uni Azzurri, round 12 match. on this beautiful Saturday night. Just a gorgeous dry season night here in Darwin. And as Morris just mentioned, we've got the V8s in town. And NT does major events really well. So a lot of people in town. Good to see. Busy, energy everywhere. And such a contrast with our time in lockdown from COVID. Think of our friends in Melbourne who are still in lockdown. That ball's gone over play.
That ball was not over the line, Bruce.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I actually was watching that this time. So, sorry to say.
Good to know my partner's watching.
Yeah, I was watching.
Anyhow, the ball's now collected by number 12 in Neroy Stressner. And now we go, old Jock on the ball there. That's come off the Azzurri, off Joel himself. And Joel will go back. That's C-H-O-L. And his surname is Jock, J-O-K. Number 3 for Hearts. He's going to come in the back of Delembo there. Goes for the ball. Was all the ball. Moves on again now. He shows some fire, but that's great save from Atiki. And Tiga holds his ground and saves that one up. Now we're back with Azzurri on the grandstand side. The call comes early. He goes across field. Nice play. Jamal goes forward. He puts McGrath on the way. McGrath's onside. But unfortunately he came off McGrath and now goes down to Nuala. And Makana moves forward on the ball now. Nice pace from him. Turns on the inside. He'll have a shot and does. And pushes it wide. Needs to get a little closer to the goal where he'll be incredibly dangerous. What do you think, Morris?
Yeah, definitely. That's that range we were talking about earlier on. You need to get in a bit closer, line it up, and because he's got a great shot. So,
speaking of range, he's a bit of a free-range player, isn't he? He travels everywhere. You know what I mean? But you want him just a little bit closer to the goal?
Just a bit closer. Just a bit closer.
All right. The last time you said that, a goal was scored by a team. So let's just see if Hearts can make that occur. They've got 37 minutes on the clock. Regulation time at 45, but we'll have time added because we've had 2 injuries and 2 substitutions have had to take place for Hearts. They've lost their captain and they've lost their very exciting young left-back in Ashim Bamali. We'll try and find out, well, we won't try, we will find out how they are and let you know at half-time. Shrethna goes across. Dulip. Yes, it is. Sudip Puldale goes forward. Puldale gets the ball back. He goes across field to the sub. And that sub is Shahran Shrethna. But Shahran's lost the ball to McGrath. McGrath goes with 1-2 with Felicio. And Gutierrez. That worked, that 1-2. Now Tiga goes over the top trying to find Akara. Akara overran the ball. Nice play from number 12, Neroy. And Neroy Shrethna goes back to Dubra Kaki. And Kaki plays it out. Now it's in the midfield. But that's won by Jamal. He moves on full of verve and energy. Akara comes in. Ball comes forward now. And Juma Mezi on the ball. That's got to be. And the ball does fall for Azzurri. Peter Radidas will move forward. Number 15, the captain. He'll take the ball from there. All they're being moved forward. And they've got plenty of big men. Number 19, number 10, number 12, number 21, number 3. Plenty of size in this Azzurri side. And I don't think any of them are as tall as Jordan Stoppard, the keeper for Hearts, who comes forward there. He wants a wall. Keeps asking for a wall. Let's have a wall, he says. And that wall's going to be 1. So is one person a wall? Was that a fence post?
I don't know what it is. I mean, I wouldn't have a wall.
Let's have a definition. He wanted a wall. So what he's got is a one-person Scott James wall.
Oh, there we go.
Scott's got some height. You'll have to go over him, I guess. He does that. And the ball's going to hang and then come down out of the air into the hands. Some hang time there, but into the hands of Jordan Stoppard, sorry. Now we have a nice run. Pushing the back there. Let go by the referee. Peter Adidas comes back. That's all ball. No. Assistant referee didn't like that. So Juma Owazi raised his hand and said, what did I do wrong? Referee says it was a reckless tackle. So we go back to Adidas. Adidas goes to Tamatai. And Tamatai goes, that's a lovely pass from the ground, picked up by, look at that play. Jamal's just been everywhere. unselfish player as he is. That's a strong tackle. Joel Jock doesn't pull up. Scott Janes on the ball now. Scott's going to go forward because no one's there to help him. He'll have a shot on goal. If someone had been following through, there was an opportunity. You've just got to get in tune, get in sync with number 17, Hearts. He's really offering potential and opportunity to that side.
They need to work that out soon because they could go behind further here.
Yep, very well put. Akari goes across field, very unselfish to McGrath. McGrath goes back as well. He'll go further back and you'll find Jamal. Jamal, the first goal scorer in this game. Left foot goes over there. He's unpreferred. And then he'll take that. And take that will be Jordan Stoppard. Big long throw from Jordan. It's a lovely throw. Finds a player that's been running up and down and needs to be more aware. That's Makana Nella. And when I say me aware, just be more aware of Scott Janes, number 17 in his team. He's on the ball now. He will always give you an opportunity. He does again this time. Makana goes forward. Nalu gets a call from Janes. And unfortunately that goes over the top and only into the head of Tamatai. And Kelvin clears that easily. Kieran clears that easily for Azzurri. 42nd minute mark coming up. Regulation time only 3 minutes, but we will have time added on. It's a round 12 match. Lovely work from Tiga. Now he finds a Kelvin. Kelvin Mapadano turns in. Nice unselfish work. This is set there for Licio. He's offside, unfortunately. Don't look at the referee. Look at the assistant referee, Felicio. He does that now. I love the who me.
Yeah, I know. He's been offside 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
You know, one would think, come on, mate, so just hold and time your run.
Well said from Morris Durago, noticing that the... okay, this ball's come back with Edmund Graah. He moves forward, goes in towards the defending player. Ball was taken by number 5. That's a brave tackle by Sudip Pudel. Sudip got all ball, as the referee indicated. Now he's got his team on the advance. That's a lazy from Joel Jock. And Jock, number 3 there in the midfield, comes back to the man who made that really impressive tackle, Pudel. Pudel comes forward, trying down. Really narrow corridor they're going down. And Nalu looking for someone to run onto it. But now it's come away and it's going to come down to Edwards, number 13. I like Edwards, Dean Edwards, no-nonsense player. Week in, week out, does his job, Morris. It's not a highlight. He's not like, he's not going to shine lights on you.
No, he's not.
But he's just so important on that right side of the defensive four, outside, Peter Reditas. Reditas goes right. That is such a Reditas play. Looked up, saw the vision, and now has got him onto attack. Kelvin Mapadino goes forward. And Mapadendre, goes forward. And as far as Delembo, now it's an opportunity. What are you going to do, Jock? You need a player. Well played, youngster. That player's number 10, Juma Mwizi, goes back to Jock. Jock goes forward to Jane. Jane straight away. You can see that was going to happen. He's such a good player, number 17. That's a strong tackle all on the ball. Kieran Tomate goes back inside to Delembo. Anthony Delembo has all the time in the world. He sees McGrath. McGrath's going to get it this time. He does now. Edwin McGrath on the ball. McGrath holds it up. Now he sees the run. That's a great run from Edwards, a player I just mentioned earlier. He'll be everywhere. He puts a lovely ball across, but Jordan Stoppard's going to get there first. Nice play from Azzurri. And you see Edwards rushing to get back into the line because Hearts will counter. That's what they're going to do. If that ball gets over the top of Jamal, it doesn't. Enterprising play from number 14. He's been everywhere. Certainly if they're the man of the match now, he's got it. Right. Ball goes down. Do you like his play, number 14, what he's brought to this team, Azzurri, Morris?
Definitely, mate. Like I said, he's been performing. I've watched him in the reserves, and he plays that simple football, but he's direct. He always goes direct. Yeah, outstanding.
And what you like is a coach and a club that rewards effort in reserve grade. You know, and that's fantastic. And he's showing his wares tonight. Saw him the other night get a bit of time in the Premier League. He was good in the short time he was on as well.
Yep.
So nice work from Kieran Tomate. Kieran comes away, puts a long ball through. It's going to find Felicio. He does a header on. Nice work. Akara moves forward. Akara plays it back to Gutierrez. Gutierrez goes back again to Delembo. Delembo's got Tiga on his own. Sees him early. Tiga calls, gets the ball. Edwards on the run. Edwards goes forward. Lung-busting run from him. Now it's with Delembo. Delembo turns in. He's got Edwards on the other side. You see what he's trying to do. trying to connect with the run from Tiga, and we're not having time added on. Not much, only about 60 seconds. All right, brings that half to a close. 2-0, Uni Azzurri. A goal, first of all, from number 14, who's been our player of the match so far. Jamal got the first one. The second one was an assist from Jamal, and that went to the feet of Felicio Gutierrez, and he put it in. Also, the other news, which was 2 subs had to happen. The captain came off for Hearts. He had collided with his own player around the chest, so he may have some bruised ribs. I'm talking about Kasim Kine. Then later on, Hashim Bamali, trying to stop the Guitarist goal, collided heavily with the goalpost, and he had to be carried off with a stretcher. So we'll find out how he is. So my name is Bruce Stoller. We've got Morris with us here. We'll have a little pick apart of this half in a moment, but in the meantime, we'll take a break and wish every player well in their half time, get plenty of hydration, and get ready for the second half. Uni Azzurri 2, Hearts 0. Welcome back. Saturday night football here at Larrakia Park, Darwin Football Stadium. This is a round 12 match. We have a scoreline that's heavily in favour of Uni Azzurri. They are a 2-0 up on Darwin Hearts. Just got an update too. I went down to see how Azzurri Bamali was, and guess who popped out of the lift? Azzurri Bamali.
Okay.
But I showed me his right thigh. It's as blue as the Arafura Sea on a Sunday in the dry season. It is deep as, and he's got ice on it. But he's got a. He wouldn't call it a cork because it's the next level up. What's the next level up?
No,
Ouch.
It's like, are you nuts?
I think so. Anyhow, he came out of there, he struggled, but he's okay. So it's not a break, because we heard those two noises.
We did.
And he also said that their captain, Kasim Kaim, has got bruising of the ribs, which is what we thought it would be.
Yep.
So two good results, really, in terms of what it could have been.
Exactly.
But unfortunately, two really incredibly important players that Hearts had to leave.
Yep.
Now, Morris, with those two players come off, two subs went on. They didn't really lose any momentum in that sense.
No,
I just want to talk about number 17 for the Hearts, Scott Janes.
Yep.
Every time he's got the ball, he's presented an opportunity not only for himself but every other player around him.
Yep.
Problem is, the other players aren't tuned into him.
Yep.
So what's the message from the coach at the moment to the other players around him?
Well, look, I would say that the coach would be saying, look, use this player. He's onto it. He's got a great shot. He moves into space.
Yeah.
Start feeding him to his feet. If he's got speed, so put it in front if you need to. But they're not reading his advance towards goals.
Yeah, he seems to be on one chapter in a book.
Yep.
They seem to be the one before it.
Yeah, I agree.
On another library, in another suburb. They really do need to get, because he has been really impressive. So if I was Hearts, I'd be going,
Yep.
okay, well, we'll get this right eventually, but he's got real potential. Now I want to talk about a player that's just had such an imprint on this game. Number 14,
Yes.
Jamal.
I knew you'd bring that
Yeah,
up.
I did, because I just think he's been, I like the fact that the club and the coach has rewarded a player that's come out of reserve grade.
Correct, yeah.
And anyone who's, we've all played football, coming out of reserve grade, getting your first chance in Premier League,
Yep.
you do one or two things. Go back to reserve grade or make your presence felt. And he's done that.
He's done that,
So,
definitely. Yep, I
what do
agree.
you like so much about his play so far?
Look, he's direct. He doesn't waste time. You'll see Felicia and a few other players, and I don't want to name them, obviously, because they are trying very hard,
Yep.
is that they stop-start. They hesitate when they advance, and that hesitation gives the defence and the opposition time to recoup and defend.
Yep.
And you can't. In this, it's all quick motions, instant running with the ball, and that's what Jamal is doing. He's running direct, and the defence is panicking, and he scored a goal, didn't he?
And you always talk about how direct play is really effective play. And you're seeing that with him today.
Definitely.
And he's actually straightened up Uni Azzurri by doing it.
He has. He's made a big difference over there in the midfield, and he's come through. He's all over the place when you look at 14. Good on you. Good choice from the coach bringing him up.
Well, I just did a big rave to Scott Janes and how good he was. He has to go off to work. I think he's got to go into town to work, so we won't see him in the second half.
Okay.
He just wandered past the back of our camera operator here at the moment in his civvies. So, that's a disappointing thing. But that's what happens in amateur football.
Exactly.
Sometimes he's got a commitment. In his case, I'm sure what work it is. He might be a bit of scaffolding somewhere. He's so tall. Holding up a building. But I wish him all the best. I'd like to see him again next weekend.
No, he played great.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
He did. So, depth. You got to get into the depth. This is lots of midweek football as well. This is going to test everybody. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see, Bruce.
Okay, thank you, Morris. We'll take a short break. Be back with the second half. 2, Uni Azzurri, 0, Hearts. trying to get that last sip of lovely English breakfast tea down at the half-time mark. Oh, we're underway. Whistle called by Nasir, the centre referee. Redidas on the ball there. Been a couple of subs made looking at that. So first of all, I did mention that Scott Janes had to head off to work, so he's been replaced by number 8, and that is Mohammed Al-Salah, and he's gone up into that forward line into the position that Scott was playing. And both Morris and I were very impressed with his 45-minute cameo, so to speak.
Definitely, mate. We played very well. He did.
But he had to go off for work. So now we got McGrath on the ball. He goes across to Akara. Akara puts the ball through to McGrath again. McGrath and Azzurri are running from left to right on your screens. Finds Kateris. Kateris goes back. This is Edwards. Edwards got so many options. He goes to Tiga in the middle. Tiga goes across to Delembo. Delembo has time and space as well, and he goes back to Kelvin Babadende. And Kelvin will move forward. He's got a runner over there too. That looks like a sub as well. It looks like a Suarez to me. I could be wrong. Let me just see as he turns around and gets his number. Morris will know from being a member of the club. Number 4. No, it's Alvin Dingle. Is it?
It looks like it. If it's 4. I haven't got my glasses today, mate. But
that's all right.
4 is Alvin. Yep.
Looks, again, you and I, we aren't going to see that far and get it right.
At least I'm honest. I can't
you.
see.
You're always honest, Morris.
Thanks, mate.
Here we go. Cross there to Jock. Jock's on the ball. Turns on the inside, goes colliding into Lembo. Comes off a best in that little collision. Nice work. Nice work from Anatura Angle. Now he's unleashed number 11, Makani Nular. Nular goes across. That's a lovely ball and called early by number 4. But unfortunately, he just got out of rhythm there. But the ball's still with Hearts. Number 13 on the ball. Shalran Srethrath. Is he offside? No, he's onside. Let's see what he can do, Mohammed. And Mohammed Al-Salah put it back, but unfortunately he didn't get any further in the goal attack front, but he's got himself a corner for his side, which is really good. So he pushes it out now to number 11, who's going to take this. This is Makana Nalu. I'm waiting to see whether that's Alvin Dingle on the inside post of the closest post to us. I think it is. This comes out, still with heart, still dangerous. 13 had a chance to turn and kick. He couldn't get the ball down. And it's Sharan, the sub. And Srethrath pushes it out wide where he's still challenging for the ball. Edwards just skips it up front. Or Dingle, it is. Edwards is on this side. Right, here we go again. Number 4, Santos with all the speed he's shown throughout the game and throughout all games here. Now a little interplay with him. The big man's in there too, Akara, in defence this time. Yeah, early call, give it to him, he said, and he's put it behind him. And Drubrakaki will go back and get this. He's now on the ball. Number 2. Very calm in the middle of there. Number 12 now on the ball. And that's Neroy Srethrath. We think a real talent for football here in Darwin. Now we come back down. Makana Nalu, number 11 on the ball. Now takes the run. Goes back, comes off. So this will be off McGrath. So it'll be a chance for Hearts to continue this attacking raid. 48 minutes. This is promising from Hearts. They're showing their potential early on. Jock has the ball. What will he do with it? He goes forward. He'll get an advantage there. Jamal came in. And Jock's going to milk this for another 3 minutes. What I like about Jock is it doesn't matter what size of the body that's coming at him. He goes at it. And in rugby league terms, that's what they say. If you're going to go into a tackle, go hard. If you go soft, you come out injured.
Exactly.
And he is no different in our game. He's just taking the time on the ground. He's getting a bit of support from his players. He gets up now. He'll be back into it. And he is. Right, 13 on the ball. And 13 is the sub. Shalran Srethrath. And Srethrath comes in. Stops again. Referee's not ready. Referee's having a chat to a few of them. There's a 2-person wall. Now he moves in. Puts it over the top. The advancing players. He's in there. There's an opportunity. If he turns it in, that's a sensational goal. That is a beautiful, beautiful goal. So well taken by Jilmar Wezi. And Mwezi took a ripper. Well played. That is an excellently taken shot.
Lovely.
Gorgeous.
No
That'll be in the
chance for
highlights
keeper.
reel.
Yep.
What
No
I like
chance.
about it too is you want to get the ball back and get the game underway.
Exactly.
Normally you'd be celebrating in the corner.
No, he knows he needs to come back. He needs to play quickly. Bring
That's
the ball
great.
to the
Hart
centre.
seeded the goal. Now they've got one. 2-1. Peter Reditas still asking about something. And Reditas is told to leave it alone, says Kelvin. They've got a goal. Let's get underway. 2-1. Azzurri, Hearts. 50-minute mark. That was so well taken. I'll repeat his number again, number 10. I'll repeat his name, Jumar Mwezi. Well done, young fella. Now he's chancing down towards Calvin Mappadende. Calvin goes across to Peter Reditas. Reditas goes back to the keeper, Jason Lee. Jason Lee has an opportunity to go forward. He does. He goes out to a player we still haven't identified because our eyesight is not the best. And he's on the far side. He's now got the ball. We think it's Alvin Dingle who's a sub. But we'll confirm that shortly. Felicio Gutierrez comes across, but that ball's gone to number 11. And he's had plenty of opportunities, Bakama Nalu. He puts it across now. He's got the ball again. He moves into centre where he's running into blue numbers. Goes back now to Drubakaki. Druba goes back to the keeper, Jason Stoppard. And they'll start this all again. 51-minute mark, coming up to 52 actually. Round 12, excitement in the game, 2-1. Opportunity for Hearts to get on leave and keel here. Can they? They're desperate for a point. They're desperate for 3 points. This ball's gone the wrong way though for that. Here goes McGrath. He'll be dangerous. Whatever he does, he'll turn it into something. Nice work. That's great work from Jock. That's what he can do. When he's alert and on song, that's what you get from him. Right, in the middle goes number 16. That's pushed off the ball. Referee allowed it. Go on now. Here he goes. Jock again, as I said. Fearless. Ball comes out. Ball bounces out. Now going over to Yuki Akawa. Akara is dispossessed by number 12, who's always on the ball, Leroy Shrestha. So, restart. Mappadende plays back to his keeper, and Jason Lee pushes it out to Edwards. Edwards looks up, finds an unmarked McGrath. McGrath turns it in. Again, nice work for number 11. It's better work from Makana, Nalu, and Nalu wins that one for his side in the sense that he stopped an attacking raid, though there will be a corner. And the corner will be taken by a player we mentioned in the halftime review. That is Jamal, first goal scorer in the game. First goal scorer for Azzurri.
The biggest thing Azzurri got to look at here now, Bruce, is to keep it away from that Jordan. He's got great hands and he gets those high balls. I'd say because he is a tower of a keeper. So, you know, as a coach, take it out away from him and see what happens.
Mount Stoppard, mate. He is absolute mountain. Jordan. So we're going to go for a short one. There's the opportunity with Edwards moving forward. But Jamal's now going to put it on. Hopefully on a platter for one of his players. It gets long length. It's got a lovely curling ball. Reditas is at the back of it. Reditas was trying to push it back into the centre of the goal for another opportunity for Azzurri, but it didn't come off. But it was encouraging. 2-1. Azzurri on the scoreboard advantage. Northcrest scoreboard. My name is Bruce Stall. I've got Morris Diageo with me. We're looking at a round 12 match which will wind up the round 12. And Mohammed, the substitute, Mohamed Hassalar, was all over Peter Reditas then, hands and everything. And Mohammed does have a temper. And why he would be contesting that when he had, if he had 4 hands, you would have had them all over
Exactly
him.
like an octopus.
Absolutely. And kids, octopuses have 8.
Correct.
That's all right. But we're getting there. Morris was going to say another 4.
I was.
Yeah. But he was all over that player. Anyhow, Peter Reditas with the ball now, and he was the player that was intercepted. Jason Lee running back. Don't know what Jason was doing. I was trying to find a ball. But now he's back in play. So are we. Reditas takes the kick. 55th minute mark. 2-1's the scoreline in favour of the team running from left to right on your screens. That's University Azzurri. Now Hearts have the ball. Ball still with them, trying to keep it out from being a corner, which is what they need to do. And they got it out of there, but only as far, about 30 metres from the goal line, and it's going to be taken by Edwards and a throw-in for Azzurri. He goes early. Jamal's on the run. Everyone else is asleep. Jamal comes across field. Better work from one of the defenders there. I think it's Dulip again. And it was Sudip. Sudip's in there again. Right, ball's thrown in for Edwards again, trying to find the player we found last time, and Jamal turns it in. That's a lovely ball. It's going to go straight to Akara's head. He gets to it, but he's all over the player, and Drew Bukaki was pushed towards the post at great force, but picked up by the referee, clearly, and should have been. Now we have the goal scorer for Hearts on the ball. Try to push it around those two defenders, but great work from Alvin Dingle. He's now unleashed Akara. Akara has a Drew Bukaki inside him. He's trying to beat him. Stays on his feet. Great work from Jordan Stoppard. How brave was that?
Definitely.
Well played. Made himself big, if that's possible, bigger than he is.
And that's what we talk, the talent of Jordan Stoppard. He's just brilliant. He can get down, he can stop. He's good at high balls. So, it's, to get one through him is a challenge for...
It's a good point, Morris, because he is so tall and he does get down low and he gets down quickly. So agile for a big man.
I agree.
A bit like Simon Bell. It's amazing how quickly those guys move for the weight they are and the height they are. Right, here we go. Nice play on there from Alvin Dingle. Gets the ball back. Alvin subbed on. And he's taking the place of Kieran Tamatai. Now's an opportunity. Reditas, Muhammad Allah. They'll have it all day. Since he came on, Muhammad Allah, him and Reditas have been saying hello to each other. Now it comes back here. This is one of the, I think that's a Sresna. It is. It's Niroy. That's a lovely ball coming across. Has it got too much weight in it? No. Still okay. Had it been a taller man in there. And the only real height they've got out there at the moment is Muhammad Allah. Al-Salah, sorry. And Muhammad was way away from that ball. Drew Bukaki. Big Felicio Kateris is in there. Well done. Nice work from the defenders there. Number 5 in particular. Great work. I've mentioned his name a few times. Sudip Pudel. Great work, Sudip. You've been everywhere. Against much bigger men as well. Right, sub-time. Looks like a Suarez is coming on. It is. Don't know who will come off. Could be Edwin McGrath. He looks like he's limping. It is Edwin. So McGrath's coming off. Number 8's going on, and that's William Suarez. .58-minute mark, sub. Azzurri have a 1-0, a one-goal advantage. But as Morris and I will tell you, 2-1 is a scary figure, as scary as 2-0.
Oh, yes, definitely, Bruce.
So Azzurri need to be switched on. Hearts on the attack. Only as far as a ricochet off Akara. Big number 19 moves forward. 3 strides and he's halfway down the pitch. Big man.
Yeah,
tall
very
man.
Big man.
Long legs. So he picks up the ball, number 19. On the Northcrest scoreboard side, just there on the Casuarina commercial signage, runs across program, which is Mindle's sponsor. Picks it up. Now Edward Dingle goes in. Dingle finds Kelvin Mappa Dendre. He comes in to Atiga. And Tiga Ajiki gets him underway. That's Delembo now on the ball. Edwards. Plenty of touches for Edwards. And Deans usually gives the next one off. He does. He finds an unmarked Akara where it all started with. He goes back to Ajiki. And Ajiki looks up and finds Edwards again on the prowl. Well done, Edwards. He's on the run. Pushing forward for his team. Now it comes to William Suarez. William Suarez still in there. He'll drop this down at his feet and have a go. But that was well defended by Hearts. Little edge on the seat stuff for the Hearts supporters. Now we have Muhammad Salah on the run. Muhammad Al-Salah comes out, chases the ball. Well played by Muhammad. Great pressure. Pressure's key when you're a striker. You can't let up. Wants a quick throw in. Gets that done. Added angle on the ball there. This has come free if it goes towards Niroy, but it doesn't. Now Niroy, now he has it. Jock has it first. Jock goes across. Well played. And Nalu on the ball now, number 11. He'll go for a run. He'll beat and get that ball in. Is there anyone there? Unfortunately, the goal scorer for Hearts was just a little bit too far inside for that ball to be effective. And now he's given away a goal kick. Exciting stuff. 60-minute mark. Real urgency about Hearts. Trying to get their counter game underway.
I was about to say that, Bruce. Good call. They've just been pressing, haven't they? Completely. Azzurri's just holding back and waiting and expecting them or waiting for them to come towards them. And that's not the game that they want to play here.
I'm going to say, Morris, that you always talk about playing the game you want to play, not what they want you to play.
100%, Bruce.
And that's what we're seeing right in front of us now. Substitute goal scorer coming from the pitch, number 12, Felicio Guitaris. Good 60 minutes from him. And his sub will be number 6, the Espoir Milk. And Milk goes out. What's his nickname? Don't tell me it's, soft drink.
No, it's not.
But yeah.
I can't. I'm not saying
player.
Yes, I'm not. Let's just stick with Espoir.
Espoir, yes. And Milk was out there, number 6. Right, that's a car on the ball. Finding Milk now early on, gets a touch, but dispossessed by number 12. He does a lot near Roy Scheffler. And he'll continue on with that. Yeah, it's gone out, so you have to come back for throw-in. Throw-in will be for the Uni Azzurri side. They're in the blue with the white socks running from left to right on your screens. They have a 2-1 scoreline advantage in the late 61st minute mark. This is a round 12 match in the Darwin Premier League for men. Ball comes back. This is a chance for Jamal to add to his score. He goes back unselfishly to Delembo. Delembo's pass hits the referee, so that's unfortunate. Don't see that often, certainly with Nasir. One of the more agile of our referees.
Yep.
A bit like you, Morris, when you're out there.
Oh, thank you,
No
Bruce.
one ever hits you.
Yeah, no, because I stay in the centre
That's
circle
right.
and it works.
Yep. So, here we go. Delembo gets an opportunity to have a drop ball, and I think it's Anatura Angul on the other side, number 16. Delembo comes in, passes the ball over the top, finds Suarez. Suarez puts one through, nicely cleaned up. Who else?
He had to do that.
Always there.
He had to do that.
He did, and he does it a lot. Drew Bukaki, number 2, cleaned it up. He's a great young defender. As I said, one of my favourite players. No nonsense. Really small, but if it's about size,
definitely, mate.
He just delivers 30 times his weight and height.
Yeah, I agree.
Just
there,
a good
Bruce.
player.
I do.
Right, corner kick. Kelvin's gone over there with his left footer. Good ball. Cleared well for number 11 for Hearts, Makana Nalu. Goal scorer on the ball there. He's been tag teamed by 2 defenders from Uni Azzurri. So they now have the ball. That's Milk on the ball, the sub. Try to 1-2 with Akara. But who's that? Looks like it's one of the Stressner. That'll come back. It'll be back there. Ball's now with Jock. Jock's with urgency, picks it up, puts it back where it should be, and let Hearts get underway. 63rd minute mark. They've got 1 goal back. Can they get another? They're certainly capable of it. Referee wants them to go back a couple of metres. That's where it is. Now puts it down. Drew Bukaki goes early. Goes out to Neroy Scheffler. He puts a ball through. That's a long ball. Kelvin Mapadani gets in there early, though. Mapadende has been really, really effective in that left-back position for Uni Azzurri tonight. No urgency from Alvin Dingle. The sub for Uni Azzurri. Still no urgency. Now he throws in. Finds the urgent Jamal, who's been everywhere. Right, a little bit of a speculative shot over the top. And the ball will go out of play. And restart from Hearts. Personally, not a fan of the long ball.
No, not really, no.
Never have been. And that's the reason why. It's basically giving possession away. Right, now, Drew Bukaki on the ball. What will he do? He's going to go long as well. And that really is a speculative ball that's only going to end up with Uni Azzurri now in possession. That's the reason we don't really like them. Anyhow, they move forward with nice little two snappy passes. They come a long way. Anthony Delembo turns back inside. Nice work from Delembo. He puts it across to Edwards. Good possession, good time here for Azzurri. Ajika goes in, threads it with a lovely ball to Suarez. Suarez puts it onto Akara, but Stoppard's there. And Akara lifted his feet up. Well played by both players. Courageous from Jordan Stoppard, but what do you expect? His middle name is Courageous. Ball comes down now to Suarez. Suarez heads it on, but Jock's there early. Jock pushes on, as he does in every time he encounters the ball. But this time it hasn't fallen his way. Delembo now puts one through to Milk. Milk goes, okay, it's your ball. If he runs onto that Jamal, he's got an opportunity. But great work. Niroy. Niroy Shrestha, number 12. Adjusting his socks, but really grabbing some air.
Yes. I guess just in that play, Bruce, you see that the balls, they've got got to put in the through balls a bit more weight to get that player to pounce onto it.
Yep.
They're a bit short at the moment with their through balls.
Okay. Let's just see if they can improve that as a team. Often look at the way teams, Morris, actually change the way they play and remedy the problem, or they have to listen to their coaches.
Definitely, mate.
You would hope that your team can see it itself. Certainly from the back where Adidas is, or in the case of Drew Bukaki for his side. Sitting in the back there, they see a lot of the play. All right, here we go. We mentioned him already. He puts the ball through. The coach is imploring them to move. But Hearts aren't with the ball at the moment. Now the movement is always with Azzurri. All with Azzurri, not always, but all with Azzurri. Stoppard said mine, comes out, goalkeeper, does a quick throw. There's urgency of play. He's about him all the time. He goes on the run. Nulo oversteps. Lovely stuff. Off he goes. He's got that in him. Edwards is just watching him. Edwards moves forward with him. Nice play from him. Unselfish. Hearts have an opportunity here. Can they do it? Okay, there's been a free kick outside the box. He's got that in him. Mukana Nala. Nice skills there. He's got the crowd excited.
Crowd's excited.
Yep. Mr. and Mrs. Nula and all the kids. He's got a fan base here. Very excited.
And that's a direct football that we're talking about from Nula. He
yes.
just took them all on.
Yeah.
He gave the ball and obviously received the foul.
Right, let's see what they can do here, Morris. Exciting times for their supporters. Exciting times for Hearts. Who's on the ball? Muhammad Al-Salal's taking it on. Is he the man to take it on? The coach just says, I don't know about that. They got plenty of time for someone else to intercede. But it looks like Salar's going to take it. Al-Salar on the ball, number 8, the sub. He now moves away. He's complaining because he now wants it. He does this so much. He reminds me of a 3-year-old in a kindergarten. Moves in, tries to put the ball through. Cynically claps his own player. You're supposed to be playing for Hearts, mate. Now we move forward. Here we go. Ball comes back through. Comes over the top. Nice work there from number 5. Guess who? He's just been everywhere, Sudep Pudel. Now we've got Akara on the run. Sudep's gone back again and saves the day. Up and down the pitch, just doing all he can for Hearts. Contrast that with the sub number 8. It's about team play. You've got to focus on your team, your mates.
I agree there, Bruce. I'm with you 100%, mate.
Yeah.
I really am. It's a team sport, isn't
Absolutely.
it? A team game.
Coming up to the 69-minute mark. Azzurri 2 over Hearts 1.
You'd think if Azzurri score here from this corner, they might put it to bed.
Yeah, we'll see. And our player's gone down. He's no good. And it's one of the Shrestha. And it's Santos.
He shook his head. Something's up.
He's put in a great 69 minutes if this is the end of his game. He's been everywhere. Plays well above his weight. Well done, Shrestha. He's come off. Well played. And number 6 will come on. And that's Nimesh Jung. And his surname is K, capital K, little c.
I saw that, yeah. KFC.
So his nickname is KFC.
KFC.
Of course.
Oh, mate.
Here we go. Ball comes in. Goes a long one. That's a lovely ball. Is there anyone going to be onto it? Yep, Stoppard. Jeez, he's good.
Definitely.
Well played,
Great
Jordan.
hands.
comes forward, throws the ball on. So we've got a sub on for Hearts. The great service from Santos Sretha has come to a close. And so he's been subbed off, sorry. And the sub is now on there. And that's Nimesh Young. Right, the ball's not with him at the moment. It's with Uni Azzurri. And that's Milk pushing forward. Unfortunately, that player's offside. That's Jamal, it looks like, over there. Yes, it is. So he'll have to come back. Ball comes forward. He'll lay it there ready for the player. And the player is a Darwin Hearts player. Quickly underway. Drew Bukaki has the ball now in the midfield. He goes across to Sudip Pudel. Sudip comes down this side. What a towering effort he's put in today. 70 minutes of great work. He goes across to number 13. 13 puts it back. 13 is the sub, Shrawan Sretha. Now Drew Bukaki goes up, puts it over the top. Mohamed Al-Salah on the run, but only too far in front of him. It'll bounce 1-2 to the keeper, and Jason Lee just plays a nice ball out to Peter Reditis, an arm ball. Now that is William Suarez goes back to Peter Reditis. Reditis has an opportunity in places everywhere. He goes long, and that ball is to the feet of an advancing Jamal. Jamal turns on the inside. He'll have a shot from there probably, and does. Only as far as one of the defenders comes back in again. That hurt. Well, it hurt the ball. Now it comes down, and they both miss it. So that leaves a chance for Edwards, who's just been everywhere too, out of this right back position. So he wins his team a corner.
Interesting stuff.
Wasn't it? For a neutral, entertaining football. Coming end-to-end stuff. Jordan Stoppard standing tall as he does. He can't do anything else. And he's just directing the troops for this corner, which has been taken by Jamal, number 14.
Jamal's everywhere.
He is, sir. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. Here he comes in, number 14, rolls it over the top. It's come out the back and fallen. Boy, you want it to fall if you're a Hearts player. Out the back, and he's cleared it away. So Edwards makes the long trek over here to pick up the ball on the grandstand, just in about metre and a half away from the halfway line. Goes back to Reditis. Reditis now will go forward. Number 15, the captain, goes across field. Alvin Dingle's now the opportunity to move it forward. He does do that. He's got Kelvin on the far side. He goes instead into Ajika in the midfield. Ajika knows that Kelvin's there. He puts a lovely ball through to Akara. This is dangerous if he gets around Jordan. He turns it back in, and it's the goal. That was well played. Started all the way back here. Started with Reditis across to Dingle. Dingle then into Ajika, and Ajika's beautiful pass.
Fantastic goal.
So all four players involved in that for Uni Azzurri, and the result is a goal. That's taken a bit of air and a noise out of the spectators.
It has. It's
3-1 to Uni Azzurri. But well executed. And what happens when you give big Tiga Ajiki time in the midfield? He will penalise you. So Jock's going to come off. He's had a good 73 minutes. Fearless young player, comes from the pitch, and his sub is number 9. And that is Anil Yupreti. So Anil goes out. Restart for the Hearts. Here we go. 3-1, 73rd minute mark. That goal was scored by the big Yuki Akara. Nice work from the big man too. Got around Jordan Stopper, which is not easy to do. And just calmly slotted into the back of the goal. So 3 goals to Uni Azzurri and 3 different goal scorers. This one goes over the top again. Jordan Stopper comes out and not only kicks the ball away, but lands on a player who's made of steel. Sudip Pudelgis gets back up. He just had Jordan Stoppard fall on him.
How can that be that he's still okay?
He's just got up. Seriously, that's like having a tree fall on you.
It's amazing.
And he's up. Look at him. He's just been so stoic in this game. He's been amazing. If you've got to give a prize for effort, he's the winner, hands down.
Definitely. 100%.
Now he wants to get involved with the drop ball.
I'll give it to me, I'll drop it.
Seriously. Referee, give him a break. He's got a blood bin, yeah. He's going to have to come off. And then he runs off.
Look at that.
Amazing. So he'll get some running repairs, literally, as he runs off. Needs to get a bit of clean up of... he's got some blood in his mouth. where he collided, well, where a big mountain fell on him. But really well played. Great play from him. He heads back out into play there. Right, Drew Bukaki on the ball now, number 2. Hearts have got potential and the talent to get one back. Let's see if they can. They won't do it with that. William Suarez now is going to unleash Akara. He does. Akara's now on the ball, but Stoppard gets there early. Jamal will have a shot from long range. Does. Again, Drew Bukaki stops it. Lovely shot, as you said, Morris. Now Atiga shapes to shoot, and does shoot. But along the ground and into the arms of Stoppard. Good couple of plays there from Jordan Stoppard. First was the save, and then was to be in the position to take the Ajika shot. Right, back in the midfield where there's a bit of space now for Uni Azzurri. Hearts have to get their shape back together. There possibly a few more players out there, and the coach, Damien Aldridge, has to go through a lot of players through both injury and just to his game plan. Edwards on the ball, goes back again to Reditas. 76-minute mark. This is a round 12 match. Uni Azzurri have a 3-1 score, and they just got a goal just a moment ago from big number 19, Yuki Kawara and Akwara. Just showed real skills for a big man. Got around Jordan Stoppard, which is not easy to do, and then put a really well-placed ball in the back of the net. Plenty of the players running forward to try and stop that from the Darwin Heart side, but unable to. Right, Sharan Srethva comes in, the sub, puts the ball over the top. Header comes down again. Ball goes over. A bit of pinball wizard stuff happening between the players. Now it's come clean. Now we've got a bit of air. William Suarez on the run, number 8 on the grandstand side. Turns inside. Puts a lovely ball through to Akara, who knew what he was on to. Akara has an opportunity, turns it back inside. Oh, my God, Suarez was on there. He just missed him. Bounce over his advancing right foot. Otherwise, that would have been an opportunity for them. Now we go the other end. And Kelvin cleans it up, as he has for most of the evening in that position. Kelvin Mapadendre. Now comes back to Delembo in the midfield. Got time and space as Anthony. Now he finds Jamal. Jamal's trying to find an on-rushing Akara and does that. Akara's going to turn and have a right foot shot here. Drew Bukaki says, you do that, and I'll just deflect it off, and did that. So Drew has done his usual good work, number 2 for Hearts. Now, the goal scorer for Hearts has an opportunity. He's on the run now. There he goes. Look at the flash of speed from the youngster. Turns on the inside. Beautiful work. Now he's got Mohamed Al-Salah has a shot, and Mohamed Al-Salah pushes that long, wide, and over. But nice work from the young player who scored the goal for Hearts, and that's Juma Mawezi, number 10. So, Morris, you've got 12 minutes of time added on. You may have 12 minutes of regulation time. You may have a bit of time added on. Do you see Hearts having the potential to get one?
Mate, definitely. I mean, they're still pressing, and anything can happen in a game of football. Talking about what 7 minutes could do, they've got 12.
Yep. Well put. And they're still playing football, and that's what you're always saying. It doesn't matter what score it is, got to play football. Here we go. William Suarez on the ball. Turns on the inside. He's going to do a 1-2 with a guy he seems to have some sort of affinity with already, in the Kawa. But this time they've been dispossessed. That's Anil. Anil puts it forward. Again, it'll be pushed forward. Dean Edwards gets his body in the way. Well played, Edwards. Now, Suarez goes to the midfield, where this dangerous player who can thread you a ball and an assist at any time. And Ajika. This time Ajika goes across field to Dingle. Dingle goes back to Mapadende. Mapadende goes forward to Jamal. Jamal looks up and puts a ball across. And Jordan Stoppard is there with the energy and urgency that Jordan brings to every game he plays. Right, now is an opportunity. Reditas is in there early, though. Bit of fancy work there from Mahana Nalu. Didn't come off. Maybe he needed to bring that down to foot. And down to boot, and then just take that a little slower. So now we have Kelvin, number 3, on the ball. And Uni Azzurri are playing out. Is that a shot? That's I think he meant to, put it over to Jamal and just misdirected. Yep. So Stoppard returns the play. Now back to that youngster. He places it on. And Azzurri Angol puts the ball through. Mohamed Salah on there, unfortunately offside. And opportunity there. He picks up the ball. Gives it to Jason Lee. Jason Lee puts the ball down, gives it to Kelvin. And Kelvin Mappadendre.
So Azzurri's getting ready for another substitute.
They are.
Bruce.
Okay, thank you. Well spotted. They have the ball at the moment. Their captain, Peter Reditis, is on the ball. He puts one up to Milk. Milk comes back to Edwards. Edwards will probably go to Reditis. He does that. Reditis is on the 80-minute mark now. Goes to Ajika. Tiga looks up. Turns on the inside for a big man. Just expresses that freedom of movement that he's got. Goes down to Jamal now. Jamal plays it back. Anthony Delembo's going to have to go back and collect that. He collects it as far as Dingle. Dingle goes now back to Mappadende. Mappadende goes across to Ajiki. Ajiki goes back to where we started from, Reditis. So, getting some touches, taking the zip and Zhang out of the game. They're in charge, 3-1. They don't really need to be urgent. At the same time, they still have to play football. Hearts have to be urgent. Hearts have to lift that game of counter. Number 13, I know what he wanted to do. Shahran Srethas wanted to put that ball closer to Muhammad Allah, but Allah Salah couldn't do that. So, the comeback. So, we're waiting for a sub. Right, Drubakaki on the ball. Finds the sub in Anil. Goes back to Drubakaki. Drubakaki will either go back to Jordan Stoppard. No, he goes forward. And he goes forward to... And now the chase is on. Well done, Stoppard. On his off balance, but he got his left foot out there. Oh, okay. Atiga now. Ajika will probably have a shot. No, he goes to Akara. Looks for the 1-2. This is lovely work. That is a beautiful goal.
That is lovely.
That is just poetry in motion. Two of the biggest men on the pitch playing like they were butterflies. That was delicate.
Jordan's actually a bit upset with his defence. He's been yelling out instructions. They've given up type of thing. They're just hanging back and letting Azzurri come at him. And
that's what you can't do, Morris, you were telling me?
You can't do that. And that's why they conceded another goal. They're just waiting for Azzurri to come.
But nice play from Tiga, and he's going to be rewarded with a shorter spell than normal. 83rd minute's about to roll up. And that beautiful work, 1-2, between Akara, who's already got a goal, and the 1-2 was so effective. Right at the feet of Tiga Ajiki. And Tiga Ajiki went round once. No, Tiga's going to have a chance to stay on there. He'll be happy. Not. So Jamal's coming off.
My man of the match, Bruce. He's my man of the match.
Well done, Morris. So you'll give him a pass.
I'll give him some points.
Yep, absolutely. And now the sub comes on for Akara. And that sub is number 5. Jacques Matetti. So, a lot of subs there going on. I wonder what the formation will be. Looks like Jacques Matetti. No, Milk's gone forward on his own. There's Jacques Matetti there now. Hart's still on the ball. 83rd, 84th minute coming up. '84 comes over now. 4-1's the scoreline for Uni Azzurri. 2 late goals there for them. Hearts had all the promise in the world. Now they've got a chance to get one back. Mohamed Al-Salah on the ball now. Keeps it on. Dispossessed by Tiga. Now it comes out to the sub. And off he goes. Number 16. Larry Nikuri. Now there's an opportunity. Takes it. And Jordan Stoppard made himself big, so the player pushed it wide. One of the subs. But Larry Nikiri was very, very comfortable on the ball there, number 16. He got it over to Jacques Matetti, but Jacques Matetti pushed it wide. Now 1-2 with Kelvin Mappadana. It's going to run out, and Kelvin will chase it, but couldn't get to it. Gave it all the effort he normally gives every move and every play he makes. And Kelvin will make the long trek back to the left back position. Not afraid to come forward when the opportunity presents. Got a big engine, is Kelvin. Inside a big truck. He's a big boy. Okay, here we go. That's a little bit of fatigue there. Bit of frustration. And that was from my player of the match for Hearts, which is Sudep Pudal, number 5. Anyhow, another 5 here is on the ball. And that's Sharks Matetti. That ball's going to have to come back to where Anthony Delembo's on the floor. It'll restart there. 86th minute coming up. Coach is imploring his side to face up, get ready. He wants them to play this 90 minutes plus out. Play for pride, he calls. And face the ball. Right, here we go. Peter Adidas on the ball. He'll fancy a shot, knowing Peter, or he'll just dip it over to an on-rushing player. That player comes in there well serviced in terms of the defensive work there, but it's still going to fall, and Jordan Stoppard will get in and clean it up. Jordan goes out with urge. He still thinks he can win this game. Kicks the ball down long, left footer. Got plenty of height. Said hello to a couple of satellites while it was up there. Right, now comes down to Dingle. Dingle goes across field to Adidas. Adidas is on the ball now, plenty of time. 80, oops, that's a rare mistake from Dean Edwards. So that results in a throw-in for Hearts. Early and taken by. Goes to the goal scorer for the Hearts. He turns on the inside. He's got lovely feet. Look at that there. Now he gets the ball to Nulla. Nulla goes down the line. Goes to Anatura Engel. Goes back to Mwizi. Mwizi's going to go across field. He's trying to find a hole to move through. Unfortunately, he's dispossessed by 2 or 3 of the Uni Azzurri players. He tried his best, but no one really presented to help him out. Right, now we have it. A run. And this run's from Alvin Dingle. Yes, it is. And he runs a long way forward. The ball's still in play. Now it's gone out of play and will be a Hearts restart on that grandstand side. There he goes now, puts the ball downfield. It's a foot race. Rididas is going to get there first and just puts it over the sideline. A player's down. The referee now runs back to him. This will be a workout, referee. He motions to the bench to bring out their trainer. And the trainer from Hearts goes all that way. And now goes Kumo Kaki. He has to run all the way out there to see his player in the furthest point from his technical area. Runs past a couple of his players, gives them a drink. Drew Bukaki takes one, puts it onto Sudep Pudal. Pudal deserves, and does Drew Bukaki. Both those players have been excellent for Hearts in a losing team tonight. Morris, number 2 and number 5.
Definitely, and you know what? The whole game has changed for Hearts since they've, the 17 of Scott and Oshim, 21 the captain, have exited the game. Second half, they haven't looked the same, have they, Bruce?
No.
I mean...
No, and you said if they get another goal, Uni Azzurri, you thought a little bit of the life would go out of Hearts. And I think that's been the case. And they've had a lot of injuries. 2 of their key players had to come from the field early in the first half. But they're going to have to use their squad in their depth, and they've got some depth. Unfortunately, that player's come from the field, and I think they've run out of subs. So in the 89-minute mark, it'll be a throw-in. Looks like Mohammed Al-Salah on the ball. No, it's not. It's number 13. Throws it in. That's Srethwa. Srethwa's trying to find Salim. Mohammed's there on the ball now. Al-Salah, he couldn't get that one off. Delembo runs forward with purpose. Then goes down to Milk. Milk is on the ball, but it's picked off by number 6, which is Nimish Jung. But now it's come away for Jacques Matetti. Jacques moves forward. He's going to turn inside and have a right foot shot here, but Drew Bukaki knew that and had it all cleared up and protected. So Hearts down to 10 men. No more subs left on the bench. They've had a horrid night in terms of players coming off. There goes the referee with the whistle. It's the little bit of value time added on, but he's brought the game to a close. Azzurri 4, Hearts 1. And in that case, yeah, Morris, we saw Azzurri advance up the table. They'll take that win. We saw a really good performance. Your man of the match is Jamal.
Yep.
In the middle there, scored the first goal. What else did you like about Azzurri tonight?
Look, they've actually tested earlier. They've had a few advances through. Jamal scored a goal, put him in the game. And basically, they've actually, for this game, I've been watching compared to several games, they've actually kept their composure. They've kept their structure. They weren't just saying, let's defend. They went out for the win, and that's key. And that caused Hearts to sit back and try and defend the last 20 minutes of this game, and you can't do that.
No, not with the on-rushing players, and they're big players with the real purpose tonight. Also, I mean, back to the drawing board, back to training for Darwin Hearts. They're a solid club, a solid team. They'll come back. But what do you think they need to do? I mean, when I look at them, I think if they had a more experienced Darwin player in the side, somewhere in the midfield who was a little bit of what John Dean calls the metronome, we would get better service through both the front third and in some ways the organising of the back third.
We talked about Scott, how quick he was. He was moving up front, and, you know, we thought second half he would cause some damage, but he had to go away, unfortunately, for Hearts. But, yeah, you're right. If someone as a feeder in the midfield would give under 17 Scott for Hearts that through ball, all the balls up forward, there would have been a different story.
Well, someone like Jesse Pinto, Anthony Delambo, 100%. Gordon Pereira, you know who I'm talking about, who could be in the middle.
Yeah, like I said, they dominated the midfield. I keep saying this against Hearts because they play similar to Azzurri, is if whoever dominates the midfield can feed the right balls to, you know, Milk and, you know, Tigger. He also goes up front. He can shoot too. There's an array. Willie Suarez coming on has made a big difference. And, you know, they've got a really good bench. And that's the difference tonight.
Well, Morris, thank you very much. Always good to have you here. I know you've got a long night tonight. All the best for that. Stay safe.
Thank you.
And count the money.
Always the money.
Always do. Yeah, that's the bit you like.
The pennies, mate. The pennies. Thanks,
My name is Bruce Stalder. We'll bring this live streaming to a close. We want to thank you very much. We want to thank the team behind the scenes in Sportscast. We want to thank Perform for taking this network, taking this broadcast right around the world. We want to thank Surrender and his team on the FFNT TV. My name is Bruce Stalder. As I said, we look forward to bringing you Men's Premier League next week. Actually, it'll be Tuesday night. We're back doing it again as we play catch-up football. So on behalf of Football Northern Territory and all the team here, we hope you have a safe weekend, have a great Sunday and a safe night tonight. Good night.